Okay, fifth graders, so here's your homework tonight. We're going to be multiplying by tens, hundreds, and thousands. You can do the long way. I'll show you an example down here. 93 6/10 times 100. And we'll do it the long way. Remember, we pretend that there's no decimal in the beginning, and we just write, okay, 0 times 6 is 0, 0 times 3 is 0, 0 times 9 is 0. Then we're in the tens place, so we need a 0 there. 0 times 6 is 0, 0 times 3 is 0, and 0 times 9 is 0. We've got a lot of zeros. And now I can move over to the hundreds place. 1 times 6 is 6, 1 times 3 is 3, 1 times 9 is 9. I think I did something wrong up here. There should have been a 0. Let's add these up now. 0, 0, 6, 3, 9. And I count, and I've got one decimal spot, so I move it over here, and I end up with 9,360. That took a while, and so this is why I'm showing you the shortcut method today. I'm going to find my decimal here. I'm going to just rewrite it up at the top, 93.6, and I'm going to count how many zeros I have back here. And I have 2, so I'm going to move my decimal over 2 places to the right. Since I'm multiplying, I know my number is getting bigger. At some point you're going to learn it for division too, and you'll realize your number gets smaller, so you're going to go left. But we're going right. So 2 places to the right. 1, 2. And we'll put a decimal right there. There's a spot there. So to show that something is missing, we'll put a 0 there. And we have 9,360. Just like we had down at the bottom when we actually multiplied it out. We had 9,360. We'll put our comma here. If I want to, I can put a 0.0, but I don't need to. Okay, so using that same method, we'll start with this one. We need 1, 2, 3 decimal places. If I rewrite it, I'm going to move this one over 1, 2, 3 spots, 3 places, and then I need to add zeros in there to show what I did. So I end up with 9,300 for that one. And again, if I want, I can put a 0.0, but it won't matter. This time the thousands in the front, it won't matter, because remember with that, one of those properties we studied, I'm trying to think what it is right now, where we can switch them around and it doesn't change the value. And this one, move over 1, 2, 3 places, 1, 2, 3 on that one, and we end up with 2,945.5, 0.0 if we want it, or 29,455. Here we've got 3 places. I'm going to write it above, otherwise I run into that decimal or the multiplication symbol. Move it over 3 places, 1, 2, 3, and that's where I need to add the 0 then. 25,860. 1 place this time, so I'm going to leave it right there, and I get 162 and 25 hundredths. Hi, Caden. This one, 1, 0, so I move over 1 spot, and I get 174 and 6/10. 3 spots, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and I'll add my zeros in there, and I end up with 8,000. This one, I've got 1, 0, so I move it over 1 spot, and I get 988 and 96. Oops, I should have written it down here. 988 and 96 hundredths. 3 places here. Move my decimal over 3 places. 96,799, and I could put a 0.0 if I wanted to. 1, 0, move the decimal over 1 spot. 397 and 70 hundredths on that one. This one, 3 spots. Move it over 1, 2, 3, and I get 26,730. And I'm going to stop here. I think, well, I'll do one more with you. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to leave it at 65,440. I would like you to do these number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 on your own, just for a little extra practice. So we'll see how you're doing with it. Thanks so much for working with me today.